Let's take a look at some additional information about worksheets and cells. We mentioned in a previous video that each cell has a unique address based upon its column letter and its row number, and the intersection of those forms what we call a cell. And the location is shown up here in the name box. So if we happen to click, let's say out here, column E, row 6, E6 is then shown in the name box. It's also possible to have and select more than one cell at a time. For example, if I click in cell C2, hold my left mouse button down, and drag, I end up with a selection that goes from column C to column F and from row 2 down to row 6. And the way you would identify this particular range of cells or selection is you would start in the top left cell and then go down to the bottom right cell, and you would say something to this effect, that the range of data selected here, or the range of cells, is C2 through F6. C2 through F6. And frequently it is shown to look something like this. And that is a range of cells. Now you can also name a range of cells. For example, let's say we wanted to select something and put in a header. And let's say typically we're doing something with the top row where we put a listing, and maybe we want to format that in a certain way, and we want to be able to bring it up quickly, and so we want to name that. And so what you can do is go ahead and make that selection, and then while you're pointed to it, right click and click Define Name, and then you can have that name apply to your entire workbook or just to a particular worksheet that you're working on. Right now I'm on sheet 1, and so let's just go ahead and say, well, it's just for sheet 1. And then I'll give that the name header. And I'll click OK. And then if we go up to the name box, drop that arrow down, and look, there it is right there, header. So I click it, and it automatically selects. And I had done one previously called heading, selects that particular range of cells. The other way that you can check this out is that there's a function key, F5. Up at the top of your keyboard, and if you press that, it brings up the Go To window. And notice that it remembers different ranges of cells for a particular session that you've been working in, and so, but because I had named some of these, I could click on it and magically it goes and selects all those cells for me. So that's cells, a range of cells when you select more than one, and in the name box you can go to named ranges, and you can also press the function key, function F5 to bring up Go To. And one other thing I will mention that can be useful and fun to do here is that you could just type in a cell directly. Like if I wanted to go to cell AZ40, I could just type that in, click OK, and it'll take me all the way to that particular cell. There it is right there, AZ and row 40. So Go To. So that can be a useful command. I'll press Control Home to get back. So that'll conclude this video on cells and a range of cells, how to name the cells, and how to quickly go to either one cell or a range of cells using the function F5 key.